Prime Minister pledges to intensify Plan Secure Jamaica, opens new business process outsourcing complex out west, and
it is better to be employed than to be out there doing nothing, becoming candidates for all kinds of nefarious activities.
You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan.
The government is well advanced in executing Plan Secure Jamaica, which will see the reduction of murders to below the regional average of 16 per 100,000, which would mean having a total number of murders under 500. And we are committed to having this within the next decade.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness gave that pledge during last Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives. He said that the state would continue to use all the resources at its disposal to drive down crime, even as the states of public emergency in several communities have or will expire. According to Mr. Holness, the states of public emergency, zones of special operations and other crime-fighting measures resulted in 21.9% fewer murders and 22.3% fewer shootings in 2018 when compared to 2017. In hotspot areas such as St. Catherine North and St. James, murders and shootings were significantly reduced in 2018 when compared to the year before. The Prime Minister has committed his administration to working with the parliamentary opposition and other stakeholders to ensure there is national unity in the fight against crime. A meeting was held on January 2 with the leader of the opposition, and follow-up talks continued on January 7 with state and opposition teams. From those talks, a joint communique was released, where it was agreed that the respective legal teams would meet to look at new and existing crime-fighting legislation.
It was agreed that there will be further meetings, beginning with a meeting with other stakeholders, including the private sector, the churches, human rights and civil society groups. And this meeting will be convened on Wednesday, January 16, 2019, to advance national consensus.
During a question and answer session in Parliament Tuesday, the Prime Minister reiterated that the total budget for the implementation of the National Identification System NIDS was $68 million. He said only 20% of that IDB loan would be used for the NIDS solution software, which is required to deliver identity management services. Mr. Holness said the majority of the funds would be used for the broader modernization and digitization of government, as well as improvement of the ICT infrastructure. That includes the $9.9 million for the establishment of the National Identification Authority and $3.5 million for the digitization of paper-based records at the Registrar General's Department. $72,000 will go towards mobile stations for bedside registration, $4.3 million for the building of 43 enrollment sites, and $8 million for the establishment of a card production facility. Prime Minister Holness added that the Public Relations, Communications and Behavioral Change Program for NIDS would cost $2.4 million over a 5-year period.
The total funds expended for the publication of radio, TV and print advertising from June to December 11th, 2018 is US $42,614.42. Note also that the IDB, through the South Korean Government Poverty Reduction Fund, provided technical assistance during the development of the NIDS PR and marketing plan.
Still in Parliament Tuesday, Mr. Holness said he would be examining a draft review of the October 23 and November 12 flooding of the Marcus Garvey and Mandela Highway roads. He said the preliminary figures indicated by the National Works Agency revealed that drains on Marcus Garvey Drive were under capacity for the volume of water, while heavy rainfall, compounded by roadworks, blocked drains on the Mandela Highway. The Prime Minister said the National Works Agency was contemplating a program to increase its investments in drainage, which would include the construction of newer and larger drains.
We have done an all-island drainage study. They are about to contract a consultant to undertake a study of this area as to exactly what we would need for drains. And in the new program to come, not only will they call this government the roadwork government, but they will call us the gully work government as well.
On Wednesday, the Prime Minister was in Montego Bay to open the latest business process outsourcing building constructed by the Port Authority of Jamaica. The building brings to 10,600 the number of BPO workers employed at the Montego Bay Free Zone and over 36,000 across the island.
So I'm giving a charge now to the BPO industry and to Heart NTA that we cannot remain at the level at which we are in the industry. As I've said, the industry will not go away, it will not die, but it will transform. And if we don't transform, we will lose the industry.
The Prime Minister used the occasion to confirm that the Montego Bay Bypass Road was on track to start next year. He also pledged to continue implementation of security measures to keep St. James residents safe when the state of emergency in the parish expires on January 31.
We will use all measures within the law with respect for human rights and the dignity of the person to ensure that your community remains safe.
Before his assignment in Montego Bay, the Prime Minister took time to pay a surprise visit to Mackay McLawrence, who wrote a letter inviting him to his school. At Jamaica House Monday, Mr. Holness met with a delegation from the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Talks centered on the National Water Commission. And on Thursday, the Prime Minister was updated on plans for the 2019 staging of the National Leadership Prayer Breakfast. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.